Hi everyone, I'm thankful to the people who came down today. And today is an event called Yearning for Justice, which is actually this book, a letter that I wrote to my son. And this is to talk about how life is in Singapore. And because he's the son, I received a letter from MINDEF saying that he has to report to the Singapore government when he tried to travel out of Singapore from the age of 13 onward. And the MINDEF letter also mentioned what am I concerned about as a mother. So as a mother, I'm also concerned about the many deaths that we have in the Ministry of Defence recent years. And this is why we need to have more transparency and accountability, because no one is being responsible for the deaths that has occurred. It is also very expensive to give birth in Singapore, but I'm thankful for the birth process that I went through. However, that is also because I was educated in the UK, whereby I learned about how I can control my body in order to go through process in less than 1 hour. But many Singaporeans go through a lot of cesarean and unnecessary birth process and birth pain. So these are the things that we should also have in our healthcare system, in our education system, to educate the people as well. Singapore also signed 4 human rights treaties focusing on women, children, disability and race. Although I'm not from the minority race and I'm not really disabled except for wearing spectacles, but even as a woman and as someone who is a mother having a child, what is the Singapore government doing for our future generation? We don't sign the Human Rights Treaty on civil political rights. That's why we have people who are being banned from election. We don't sign the Treaty on Socio-Economic Rights, which is why Singapore is the only country where the government doesn't spend a single cent on our public housing, public healthcare, and for the future for our retirement and pension. This is why I'm thankful for the people who came down and for people who are concerned about our future generation, especially when Singapore has the world's lowest fertility rate, because we had the world's highest cost of living for 6 consecutive years. Thank you.
The year is 2039. It's National Service Enrollment. The officer came and said, "Platoon, steady up!" When I call out your name, say, "Yes sir, yes." Justice Tan. Sir, Singapore got justice man? Huh? Come out, you, justice. Say that again. Sir, you know who I am? What do you mean who you are? My mother is Hui Hui, you know. Oh, okay, Encik. White horse, no punishment, okay?
Happy first month to you, Justice. Hopefully when you grow up to be a young man, Singapore will no longer be a one-party state, and we will have freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, and we'll have a strong democratic culture where we can fight for our own rights and flourish as the people that we should, and as Singaporeans. Thank you.
Hi, hello. Hello, Justice. I'm happy to be at your 1 month birthday since you were born. Alright, in Singapore, our 5 stars is peace, progress, justice as per your name. You're named after democracy and equality. We seem to be lacking in one or a bit more of these places, and just hope that by the time you reach into your adulthood, that these things have been changed. Like, we do not have a one-party system, and you grow up in a better place and a better environment. That's what myself and a few of us who spoke earlier about working hard for, fighting for. That's all. Thank you.
Hi Justice, welcome you to this world, and you're sleeping very sweet. I hope that by the time that you grow up and you are about 21 years old at time, the Singapore has changed. It will not be any more like what we are now, and we are being suppressed or oppressed, and that we hope that our government change in such a way it's no more one party. I just hope that we will have a few parties that will come in, and all those proposition parties will be in to change and revamp the system. That's why I hope that in future we will have a better future compared to us now. Thank you.
Happy Mansui, baby Justice. I'm glad that you arrived in this world to a very great mother. Your mom has been speaking up a lot for us. In recent years, she has faced much ostracization from the mainstream media. And my hope for you, baby Justice, is that when you grow up, 20 years from now, the protest that just occurred in Hong Kong last week will be a reality here. You can assemble freely and peacefully, and you can speak your mind, and that our hope for you is that you will not have to live under such oppression as we are now. You can call out wrongdoings, you can even tackle the highest office of the land. And my hope for you is that, and also you will see your Uncle Jollivan and your mum in Parliament. Thank you.
Justice, I'm very happy to be here today to celebrate your 1 month birthday. I hope for you, Justice, is that you grow up to be in an education system that will teach you truth, that will teach you justice, that will teach you to speak truth to justice. And I hope for you, Justice, that you never have to go through what I went through. That university will be real institutions of learning where you learn integrity in addition to knowledge. Thank you.
Hi Justice, I'm happy to be here to celebrate your 1 month date of birthday. Let's hope in time to come our political environment change. You get a real education, not an education that claims to equip you with ability, but in effect make you just be another employee. Let's hope the education is for real and you get to relish a life which is a meaningful one. You go to work, let's hope things have changed sufficiently to the CPF that you are being asked to pay is not just another form of tax. It is really meant, it should be meant for your old age you're going to see thereafter, and you will get it intact in your hands.
Hi, happy 1 month to Justice, and I hope in future to come that you have a society in Singapore that is of more justice, just like your name. And I hope that you do not have to suffer whatever we are going through now, from HDB, housing to healthcare costs, and what else? Education, of course, and of course our employment sector that is like so stressful, like a rat race. Hope you do not have to go through all this like what we did, and we are working on that, and hope you have a bright future.
Okay, clap, pressure.
Hey, quick, let's take one kiss one, quick. Hello.
Asian